Am I fine like this? Oh, matter. Hi guys, welcome to my channel again. I think this is the first time where I will be talking with someone. Wow, let's see with this one now. Thank God. So I think this is the first time where I will be talking without makeup on. Hallelujah! So, have you ever felt like, God has abandoned you and you feel like God has forsaken you, God is not working, God is not this, and you feel like there's no need for you to trust in God any longer? Then you really need to watch this video because I have a story to tell you guys of how I have felt this way, but right now I am reconnecting back to God. So, are you guys ready? But first and first, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, guys. Subscribe. So let's take it back to growing up. So growing up for me, I grew up in a really Christian home. Like, mom is a strong Catholic, and I grew up in those homes that when you wake up, you do family devotion. Your mom will come. Those mothers, they will just come like this. If you know wake up, they don't carry water. Mama go carry water like this. You don't enter room. Nigerian moms, they need they knock now. They need they knock, so they just enter room like this. Now sprinkle. That time when that sleep where you sleep, you will come off for your body. And then I grew up in those home where everybody will come together and they will pray. Before you do anything, you will have to pray as a family, like family devotion. And my mama, since now strong Kokoroko Catholic, she's a prayer woman. My mom they pray for Africa. So whenever we want to pray like this, and if my mom is the person leading that prayer, forget it. We're going to stay there. Not like she's going to be kabash and be doing yeah. No, she has these printed prayers, different ones. So she will print them back to sender. This one, that one. So she prints them whenever she wants to pray like this. Forget it, we are sleeping there. But when we know that okay, we have something important we want to do, just beg, mommy, please let us pray. Let us ourselves pray. If not, forget about it. So I grew up in that way, and I saw how whenever my mom is going through some kind of tough times, she prays, and for some one way or the other, those things are sorted. It might not, God will not obviously come down from heaven and do those things. It is either she'll get the idea to do it perfectly, or maybe she's in need of something. It's either she would get it from somebody. So that kind of way. So her I watch her do all these things growing up. That's like we're in one family, and I was brought up in that home where everybody goes to church together as a family and everything. Like, she actually drew us closer to God. Like, I saw how everything was working for her as she prays. But when my spirit just kind of drifted a little bit was when I lost my dad. And my spirit just weakened. That was like my bestie then. And my dad was an amazing dad. Like, this man is an amazing dad. My dad was a person that is literally involved in our lives. Like, you will go to school. The first time I and my sister wrote secondary school exam, Dad took us to school. He would bring us back home. He's always involved. He will take us to PTA meeting is there. Everything is there. He's even more involved than my mom. So my dad was involved in our lives. And my dad died just when I was going to get into university, like Uniben, and like I was really hoping and anticipating that this man is going to come from my matric, because I know he was going to definitely be there. So when he died, I just felt like, God, why? Like, why did you let this man die? And the funny thing is, I just left this. I saw him today and I traveled, only for me to travel that evening. They're calling me that dad is dead. I'm like, how is that possible? So I had a lot of questions for God. I questioned God a lot. I'm like, God, this woman is always praying. Why do you have to take a husband from her? Like, anytime I talk about my dad like this, I just want to cry, but not today. Not today. I'm not going to do that. So let me just fast forward the whole thing. So I questioned that a lot. And then few years later, my other sister died. I'm like, God, again, why this same family? I mean, this is a family that come together. We pray, we call on you. Why is this happening? I had a lot of questions. I'm like, you know what, God, I'm not doing this with you any longer, man. So I was just, like doing my own thing. Like, My just they do my own thing. I stopped praying. I hardly go to church. There was a whole lot of stuff that I just deviated from God. I'm like, this man doesn't love my family, doesn't love my mom. My mom is always praying. So when I graduated from school, I finished school, I spoke to myself. I'm like, this is me. I'm done with school. Like my mom single-handedly trained us in school. My mom single-handedly saw me through school, even though she had no big business she was doing. My mom was just selling her own thing, and how was she able to do that? I got through school. I'm like, God, this is you. Even though she put in the work, but nah, this is you. So I knelt down that day in my room. I prayed and I promised God, sorry if I've ever doubted you. I need you in my life. So that passed. NYSC came. Before I even begin to feel NYSC, I told my mom that, this woman, anywhere I go for service, that's where I'm going to stay. Possible marry. I'm not coming back to your house to come and be staying here. I can't come back to worry. I'm not doing that. Anywhere I go for NYSC, that's what I'm going to stay. I already said the word. I had no plans for accommodation, no nothing. I just said the word. And then I came to Lagos. In fact, after I finished camp, people were packing their things. I did not even know where I was going to go to. I didn't know. Everybody was packing their things. I was acting like, I knew where I was going to. I'm like, where will I go to after this camp? The next thing, my friend Ella just called me like, Choma, how far? I'm like, Ella, I don't know where I want to go. Camp don't finish. I will go. No get house. I don't get anywhere. I don't know anybody. Then the next thing, my friend Ella just said, no, let me call somebody. She called the person, and the person just said, no problem, you can come. But see, I don't know from anywhere. That's when I knew that God the work. I did not know where I was going to go to after camp. But my friend just called me out of the blue, and that was what happened. She came through for me. I love her so much, Ella. So those ones all passed. Then at the period of when I was going to finish NYSC, I don't get where I want. The NYSC was soon finish. I don't know anything or whatsoever. So a few months then, I was in worry then, and then the person I was living with just called me and said, Choma, agent say, 3 people not fit to stay for house again. No, you have to come and sort it out and find where you will go to. I say, At the moment I received that call, I freeze. I'm like, what? What thing I want to know? I could not tell my mom because I'm one person that I cannot disturb my mom. That woman, she has done a whole lot. So I didn't tell her, come on. So I just felt only my sister knew. I just came back to Lagos. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just going for CDS one day like this. I just did wait for bus. I just did frustrated already. I'm thinking, where will I go from here? The next thing, somebody was just passing. I'm thinking, God just sent somebody and bless this person. God continue to bless him. The person was just moving. He said, you going my way? I'm like, ritualist, I need to go. They feel Lagos now. Then the person is like, are you coming? And besides, I'm not going to see boss. I was going late for CDS. I'm like, Mama, you're enter sign of the cross. God, God, and protect me, Jesus. So when I enter, where are you going? I said, I'm going to so place. Then he said, I'm sorry, I can't drop you there, but I can get you a cab. I'm like, okay, no problem. No, get money for cab. But if you drop me, I could come and enter bus. At least it's going to be halfway. Then he dropped me and then he gave me some money. He said, okay, take for cab. Money when they give me, pass cab. Give me the money. I collect cab. I go for CDS and the rest. So when I came back from the stop, I was still thinking, like, what will I do? I was just gathering money for apartment, but anyway, how much be 98? How much money should they pay person? So I went to visit my friend at the AB, and then the next thing I just tell ABC that they go through. AB say, now wow, which kind of how you want to do? And AB was already living with somebody. Nobody said that she even get the house. I don't know. The person just called me and like, how are you? I'm like, I'm fine. No, this is that my friend just said, just tell her. I never can tell. And then I just told the person, but I said, okay, just look for a place there you want to stay and let me know the total. I say, what's this one? Anyways, I wasn't that shocked because get people who don't even tell me the same thing before this person told me. They don't tell me. Most of them just want to sleep with me, and I was not in that category at all. At all. I was just sharp by faith, just looking for apartment. Another day again, he called me and said, okay, let's meet. So I said, someone come meet me for hotel. I beg, my just come on my mind. Next thing, he just called with a neutral place I wish you meet. I'm like, well, anything bad there? Let's go and see how far. I went there, start talking, explaining everything, the range of houses I have seen. You carry money, you give me. I say, this is a joke. I was shocked. This is the person has not asked me out, made advances towards me, nothing at all. That was how I got money to pay. a rent. Just tell your sister, God will not give you that thing, that moment when you feel like you needed it. God will give you the time that He knows that is the right time to get it. Just imagine I got this house when I was the beginning of NYSC. For the renew rent. Besides, I just finished NYSC. No work, no nothing. What did I for do? I'm going to, like share a little bit story as after this video. After that I got my place in Lagos, started, dragging back my faith to God again. I started praying. I started understanding that God will not give you what you want. God will not give you at that time that you feel like that's when you need it. God will give you at the time that He knows is the best time for you, and you are able to handle it. Sometimes God will just watch us and be like, if I give this person this thing now, this person even manhandle and might just they watch as go behave. So that's how my life has actually been. So that was how I got a house in Lagos. I was able to pay my rents. I was able to put the whole place. If you see my house in Lagos, my first house in Lagos, it was so beautiful. Like it was a cozy place. I didn't even stay for so long because my twin sister later now joined me in Lagos. That is, two of us now was now paying together to do the expenses and all of that. God knew that I needed somebody that would come and join me in Lagos. And then my twin sister came, Tute, she gets job for island. We had to move from the mainland down to the island. That was how we moved from mainland to the island. Sometimes like this, something like this, I would just sit down, I would just be sleeping, and the next thing, my spirit should just move me to just wake up and pray. And before I pray, I didn't need to do the day, except I play Christian songs. So I have a Christian song playlist that I listen to. So I just sat down one day and I was reflecting on my life, like somehow God has been there for me from my childhood. Sometimes this particular one, the time I was sick, I had growth in my mouth. Went to doctors and doctors said this one, that one. They said this one we have to do a surgery. We're going to do a surgery, let's say next week. But it just moved me, so I should just bite that thing out. I bite that thing out, and that was how the thing went. When my mom came back that evening, I'm like, Mom, that thing in my mouth has gone. I'm saying, like, show me. I show him. Say, I did that. I said, no, I just bite him. There was no blood, there was no nothing. But we were prepped to do surgery for that thing the following week. That is God coming through for me. What if I had done that surgery and something had happened to me? And then I got married unexpected. Like, I got married at an unexpected situation, actually, because I've got a series of heartbreak. I don't chop breakfast. Yes, I don't chop breakfast. So when I met my husband, I was not even expecting anything. It was unexpectedly, and then I got pregnant unexpectedly too. So there's one night in school, while I was in school, I was writing my final year exam. So there is this course we're supposed to write with, we're supposed to do with a laptop. I finished practicing everything I was going to do with my laptop that day. I slept. The next early morning I woke up, I didn't see my laptop. My laptop was gone. My phone was gone. Somebody just stretched hand for my window, collect them from me. Yeah, hey, I'm like, what's going on? I have exam to write. So with faith, I just go school. But I just did grumble. Someone just say, Judith, what's up? How you doing? I'm like, I'm not fine, Jerry. Say, what's up? I said, they stole my laptop and I have exam to write to. The person say, oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, use mine. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing anything with it. Like that person, I hardly even talked to that person, actually. So that's how God came through for me. So God will not come down from heaven and do it for you. God will do it at the time that you did not expect. It's unexpected miracle God has done, and God has been doing. And then another thing, when I was now in Lagos, I kind of drifted away because I finished NYC, job was not coming. I just started doing my business one kind, small, one kind, online, no job, no nothing. I was kind of frustrated, but God just put me in a different position. Right now, married with a baby that I did not expect to get. So many things that happened in my life, and they happened unexpectedly. Like when I have lost hope, like when I have you know what? I don't freaking care. This right now, the only big thing I can actually say right now is my business. My business has not really gotten to where I'm supposed to be. Sometimes I'll just sit down and be like, now what people when we say I don't start business before them, they don't go like this. I'm still doing. I made a lot of mistakes though, but I was just in my room October 1st, early morning, just finished editing my YouTube video. After posting, Spirit just said, get up and pray. I stood up and I was just playing my playlist. The next I started reflecting my life, like literally, yes, God has actually come through for me in different ways. It might not be so big and so glaring, but He has. Right from when I was young, NYSC, I got challenges, and He came through for me. Marriage, my child, my baby challenge, and He came through for me. So He always comes through. A lot of stuff happened. I'm not where I want to be, but I am far more better than I used to be. I'm far more better. I started getting close to God. I started praying, started singing. Sometimes me and my friend Ella, we just reminisce on our life. Ella go say, now wow, that time. So I started praying, I started doing everything. Like unexpected miracles do happen. Please, guys, if you have ever felt like me before that drifted away from God, I have retraced my step back and I told God, you know what? I'm me and you. God is sweet. I'm kind of really tight with Him right now. I don't joke with Him because looking back my life, I'm like, no, Choma, you have come through so much and God is still there. So whatsoever you are believing in God for, just don't lose hope, don't lose faith, don't lose your mind for it. Just keep believing and keep praying. That's one thing I learned from my mom. No matter what life threw at my mother, my mama still did pray. That woman still did pray. My mom is praying morning, afternoon, night. She taught me a whole lot, and I'm really so grateful that I was born into a family like that is shaping my mind like there is God. And I really pray that I'm able to pass that on to my kids. Like, yo, God is a fixer. And I've seen how God has fixed things for my mom. He has, and He's still doing. So do not lose hope, don't lose faith, keep believing, keep hoping, and keep praying. If you're believing God for a husband, a child, whatever, keep believing and keep praying. God is going to open that door for you, and it's never going to close. It's going to be so big. While you are in your waiting period, pray to God to give you the capacity to be able to handle the blessing that is coming for you. Because sometimes a lot of people, when they get something, they don't even have the capacity to handle it. They dance and they misuse it. That's more like when your father, when a dad gives a very young guy will his property to him, and then the guy is still young, he want to explore, go up, blow all the money through away. It happened in the Bible. After he will come back to his senses. That's because he does not have the capacity, not the mind or whatever. Until you retrace your steps, God got you. So guys, this is not a talk session, on this is just me. Like, I just had to put my story from how God saved me, how God has been there for me. So this is just like, I just had to cut it all so that this video does not get to be too stretched. If you know of anybody that's going through any tough challenges and feel like God has abandoned them, please share this video to them, can motivate them, and lift up their spirit. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching, and if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and comment what has God done for you. I want to read all of them. So if you come across this video, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys. Okay, so how do I look like without makeup? Am I looking pretty, or should I stick with no makeup, or should I go back to makeup? Thank you guys so much, and have an amazing happy new month. Mwah!